an alarm's going off. Hey guys, it's me, Anime Game Freak 89, and this is going to be my review of Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. Could this truly be worthy of a great sequel after a long wait? Or is it just something that Sony just drew into the piles of bin just to go like, oh hey, it's Sly Cooper, we could just do whatever the fuck we want with it because we're Sony and we're awesome, like a boss. Yeah, so anyways, tune into my review and find out. I gotta sneakily do this, because just like Sly, I will train myself to be a master thief. Let's get to it. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time is exactly what you expect from your typical platformer back in the PS2 era. If you played the original Sly Cooper before, the chances are you're going to feel right at home. All the controls are the same, nothing has been changed, nothing has been configured with it and whatnot. Everything you know and love about Sly Cooper is all here in this one awesome package. Yes, you still get the same stealthy moves, you still get the same awesome, bizarre missions, rather sneaking into an enemy base or trying to hack in when it comes to Bentley's gameplay, and when it comes to pretty much just doing the Hulk smash on basically Murray when it comes to his gameplay. And right here I got the samurai armor. Now this armor in this level is definitely the most important, because with this armor you need it for a certain part of this stage where you have to sneak into this territory to unlock all the security gates and whatnot. And you're supposed to get Duriichi, whatever his name is, the Samurai Cooper, his swords, all like his weapons back and whatever that the guards took from him. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Now the gist of Sly Cooper Thieves in Time is for Sly Cooper to actually go back into each time relic to get all the items from the past of all the ancient Coopers, like here in H Japan, samurai sword, the good old westerns with the guns, and tons of other stuff as well. So there's plenty of variety here. I believe there's about 6 episodes in this game altogether. Even though there are only like 6 episodes, there are still a variety, a lot of missions. Not to mention, even if you do beat the game is about close to at least 15 to 20 hours at best. You could still do a lot more by actually collecting a lot more extra stuff. You can keep collecting gold. I have a lot of gold, so I think it's about time for me to buy actually some items to help me out on certain quests that I have to do in order to complete the game. Well, not really to complete the game, just like for fun, just to at least collect all the items. Besides buying items and collecting items from the inventory shop, you can also pretty much find all these Cooper masks to get some secret hidden bonus stuff and whatever. So there's tons of stuff to do when it comes to trophy-wise and achievements and whatnot. So even if you do beat the game, you can always go back and do more. And what Sly Cooper here delivers is pretty damn good from what you expect. Okay, so I guess I'm going to show you more parts when it comes to the... And look at this. I love this whole costume with the samurai. Let me turn the music up a little bit.
You need to use the samurai armor to blend in with the guards. As long as you're...
Okay, hold on, I just want to check some.
Wearing it, they'll think you're
Yes!
one of them.
Got it.
Press the L2 button to change into the armor. Press the L2 button
Alright.
again to take it off. And don't
You know, the one thing I really don't like about this shield is that it is so goddamn heavy to use, like, walk-wise. It's like annoying. He walks incredibly slow with the shield, but luckily you can just change back, you know, whenever you need to. But still, it is very handful, especially when it comes to combat weapon rise with that shield. The spinning shielding that he has, like you hold the square button down, and he spins the shield thingy around. Like I'll show you, like I won't say. Well, actually, you can also use this to escape also from like the guards. Like instead of just like sneaking around, there is a really easier way to just do this and that, but it kind of gets tiresome after a while. I just love sneaking around and just doing the sneaky moves that Sly Cooper was basically meant for. Not just, you know, oh hey, I'm just gonna do this and just, you know, yeah. Like, I miss the good old factor. I mean, just going around being a master thief, but whatever, this is still all good too. All in good fun. Yep, this is what I was talking about.
You there, open the door.
A little short to be a commander, aren't you? Who are you?
Why, I am Major Mugshot.
Huh? Mugshot? I've never heard of you.
Ha! You dare question me? Son, I've been a guard since you were just a squealing piglet. Wait until I tell the General about this. I hear he loves pork chops.
Wait,
Oh shit.
very sorry, sir. I didn't recognize you. Please, go right in.
Wow, the guard is pretty much a fucking dumbass. Well, obviously. Well, what do you expect from like a big, bulky, muscled guard like that? Obviously, just to let you wells it on him, and they could like, aren't you a little too short to being like, you know, a samurai? Aren't you a little too big and stupid to be a fucking guard? Yeah, I didn't think so. As I mentioned before about the whole inventory thing, as you can see here, if you collect enough gold, you can get more equipment for your crew members. Like you can get like a mega charge attack for Murray, I'm sorry, not Bentley. I keep forgetting the characters, like switching names. I know Bentley's the turtle, sorry. Murray, you can get like a triple attack. Bentley can get like more equipped items for his wheelchair. And SLY also for his devious moves and whatnot. And also what I really love about this is also playing as the ancient SLY Coopers, like the ancestor SLYs. Now those are actually really fun. Like I just love playing as different ones, different abilities. Those are actually quite fun, and it makes the gameplay more motivated instead of just playing as the same old characters over and over again. Yes, it's true. I mean, it is pretty fun, you know, playing this. Sometimes it can be fun, but sometimes it's like, you know, okay, no, if I want to play as somebody else now to get more of experience. I know there's some people that disagree with me otherwise, like they want to play as more of the same instead of just like choosing like different characters. It's like, you know, this is all about him, why can't I just choose this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people are a little bit nitpicky about that, but for me, I kind of like different varieties of gameplay, including different varieties of awesome characters to use in like levels and whatnot. So that's something that SLY Cooper delivers. Also, what I really do like, it's had this Batman Arkham City vibe to it, or Arkham Asylum, or whatever one of the games you want to choose, but I'm thinking of definitely one of the two, and it definitely does have one of those same vibe as well. Granted, it's not, you know, mercifully hard like Arkham Asylum or Arkham City is, but, you know, it's still, you know, pretty normal difficulty of the game. I mean, yeah, the game, I will say this, a little nitpick, is that it is a little easier than the other SLY Cooper games that I have played back in the past, the third being the most hard, but this game isn't nearly that hard, except there are certain levels here and there where it could be a little grinding, a little gritting to the teeth, but other than that, it's not anything too big or anything that I've had, you know, worse from before. So yeah, so you can obviously tell that I have been doing a lot more worse in just, you know, certain levels to the game. Of course you do, sorry. Again, like I said, so here's what I mentioned before about playing as all the different Coopers. This one's pretty much one of my favorite because he has this like ninja / Assassin's Creed method to him, which I really like. And his platforming jumps are actually very fun to do. And his ninja attacks are just awesome. Oh, I also forgot to mention the wacky missions you can do when it comes to either a dance navigation, or I'm also going to show you another awesome example which I really like as well. This is pretty much not really that hard to screw up on. It's kind of ridiculous to see Murray in a ridiculous looking Chinese Komodo Japanese Komodo outfit dancing like a woman. I mean, yeah, we've seen this whole classic cartoon crochet thing before. Not to mention what I also like about it is its class of charm when it comes to actually not being too serious of a storyline of a game, and more of a pretty much a more fictional type thing where it's basically it's like you're playing a cartoon come to life when it comes to a video game, and that's something that I really like about, I mean, not just this version of SLY Cooper, but also the first 3 of the entries in the past on the PS2, and plus also the HD versions on PS3. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? It's official, he's gay. Alright, okay, I'll stop. Alright, so I'm going to show you another example of some other missions besides, you know, stealthy, platforming, and all that. There's also some other stuff in this game that makes this one also unique, and I believe I believe the third game actually had this as well, but I don't really remember all too much, but I'll show you. Now, Bentley's parts of these, hacking. Now, Bentley has a thing called hacking missions. Now, when it comes to these type of missions, there's either like little mini games like this. There's one that represents an arcade space shooter, kind of like, no, well, not Space Invaders. I would say more like, Gradius, or, one of those type of space shooters you would play like on the NES, or not Space Invaders, but you pretty much get what I'm saying. Like, it's one of those old-fashioned arcade classic space shooters. This kind of reminds me of a weird Cybertrick version of Fusion Frenzy. If anybody remembers that game on the Xbox, Fusion Frenzy, or Marble Madness, or fuck, this looks like Fusion Frenzy and Marble Madness had like this weird deformed child together. Hey, is that Ron? I mean, is that thing that goes, "I'm sorry, Dave, but I can't let you do that"? It's like, wait, what the? Oh crap. What's he doing? Oh, and don't ask me why my little... Yeah, I don't know why. My camera's been doing that lately when it comes to certain game footage where... Oh, God. Oh, this is another one of my favorite segments right here. In episode 2 here, the whole Western theme timeline, you can play as a Western Cooper, which uses incredible gun speed-like action. And there's this... you can use either a regular gun or something called the Cooper shot or the something shot. I don't remember what it's called exactly. Lots of crazy gun action here going on. Oh, and the music for this game actually gets its job done too. I forgot to mention that. The music for this game also gets its job done with incredible OSTs, mostly some memorable tracks. I mean, nothing too fantastic or epic, but you know, memorable tracks long enough. The soundtracks, it does its job if it's each of the time periods. So, you know, whatever. The soundtrack is whatever. It does, you know, fit for whatever time period, so I'll let it pass. Voice acting is the original cast from the old SLY Cooper games. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much the original SLY Cooper games. Voice cast, they have returned after, like, what, God, was it 11 years now? Well, yeah, it's about, like, 11 years since the first game. So, yeah, maybe about 11 years or so since the very original. Oh, look at this. This is a pretty cool one right here. You can shoot all these locks. That is pretty awesome. Oh, and this is another segment. Why am I reminded of Donkey Kong Country in this? Like, doesn't this remind you of Donkey Kong Country, where you basically have to, like, jump on the rails? Like, remember when you're on the go-kart, and you have to dodge all the platforms and shit? That's what it kind of reminds me of, except that it's more... God damn it, I forgot about that stupid part. Blah. Sorry, guys. I know I failed at that part. Derp, derp, derp. Derpy, derp, derp. Yes, I know I failed. I forgot to do that stupid hook shot thing. I mean, hopefully I don't fail again, but I know exactly what to do. You gotta do it really... Okay, there we go. Yep, there we go. Bam. Shot through. Bam. Now, there's another part also where you're supposed to dodge the electric stuff. Maybe I should go back to that. No, actually, whatever. Well, you pretty much get it. Like, there's also some Donkey Kong, like, elements like it, too. Like, before, there was another track part where you're going on the rails, and you have to keep dodging all the stuff. Like, you have to jump over electric shit. Like, it was just really, really crazy. And it's definitely very awesome. So, yeah, the story does its job pretty good. It does take place right after the third SLY Cooper game. SLY Cooper Thieves in Time definitely does get everything job when it comes to platforming. Physics and everything seem to be done pretty good. Now, are there any negatives to this game that I can think of? I would say the only... Well, I can't really think of anything that's truly negative about this game. There really was no balancing issues that I noticed. Well, not anything that I noticed anyway. I don't really see any type of, you know, I didn't really notice any issues when it comes to platform... Oh, God, this guy is so gay. So yeah, so overall, yeah, SLY Cooper, I can't really think of any negatives to say. Well, it does get its job done, but I will admit, though, the boss battles could be really frustrating sometimes, and I mean frustrating. That again, if it was pretty easy, the game, I guess, wouldn't be that fun, but I guess it's just a little nitpick that sometimes the bosses could be a little ridiculous, but at the same time, you know, I can't really, you know, complain about it too much because there are a lot of things where it comes to bosses and whatnot. So when it comes to video games, and I can't really complain. I mean, hey, if all bosses in video games were easy, then it just wouldn't be too much fun. So, okay, well, the only little thing I will say is, I will say this right now, it is not the hardest Sly Cooper game in the world. In fact, it's much easier than Part 3. Because with this, it's kind of merciful. While I would say in the older games it wasn't as merciful, this, on the other hand, seems like it's a little bit too merciful when it comes to either certain checkpoints and whatnot, making it a lot easier to complete everything. Except, like I said, for the bosses, which are a pain in the ass. But other than that, I guess the only nitpick I will say that is a little bit too merciful, but nonetheless, it's still fun, and it's not like, you know, Kirby's Epic Yarn, where when you die, you get sucked back into, you know, like the same platform, and then not dying. Yeah, I know, I failed the mission. Not dying at all. Oh man, but overall, would I recommend this game? And the big question is, was this game worth the wait? Yes, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time is definitely worth the wait, and definitely worth one of the best Sly. Well, okay, it's not one of the best Sly Cooper games of the franchise. Well, actually, I would say this is a lot better game than Part 3, in my opinion. Part 3, while I did like it, I feel like it was a bit of the weakest one in the series, but I will say Fort has finally outshined it. Because with the third game, there were just so many things that could have been much improved, especially character-wise and whatnot. But it seems like the fourth game, Thieves in Time, finally got that right. And it's good to see good old platforming back on this day of the age of 2013. Oh, wait, no. There is one more other little gripe I have, is that the levels with Bentley, when it comes to the hacking levels, there are certain control mechanisms where it could have been functional. Like, I mean, it does function, but the controls get a little bit weird to get used to. For example, when you go to Bentley's,
The rhyming is contagious.
One of these days he's gonna get served. Yeah, the Grizz is gonna crush that little nerd.
certain missions of Bentley's have really awkward motion controls. Like, there's one when you're trying to fish, and when you're trying to do it, the way that you have to do the motion controls can be a little bit awkward sometimes. They really should have not have done this with motion controls. This is not a PlayStation Move game. It's a fucking platformer with regular controls. That is one issue I really did have when it came to some of the little activities with Bentley, is that some things like that could really piss me off. And when it comes to motion controls, there's another one where Bentley is in this little space shooter gig, like I mentioned before. The Fusion Frenzy one that I mentioned before. Pretty much, it has to consider you moving the controller motionally instead of using any type of button configurations whatsoever, and it really makes it hard and very awkward. I mean, after like the 8th or 9th try, I finally figured it out, but I was just really frustrated and pissed off at that part. But I finally beat it. It's the same thing with this fishing level in the very first episode. That crap got really annoying, and those controls were really awkward, start to really piss me off. So there are certain times that, well, I will say it is better than the third game, but there are some things that really grind my gears when it comes to these weird-ass motion controls when it comes to actually certain activities. But that, again, that's, I guess, the only negative thing, and sometimes the game could be a little bit too merciful. And that's basically about it. So overall, I will say Sly Cooper 4 is definitely worth it, and I will say it's a definitely worthy of the franchise. And all I have to say for this is, welcome back, Sly Cooper. Welcome back. Keep on thieving. So overall, I will give the score of Sly Cooper Thieves in Time an 8.5 out of 10. So definitely thank you guys for watching this review of Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. So what are your overall thoughts on this game? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know down in the comment section below what you really think of this game, if you have played it or bought it, whatever. Oh, and not to mention, I will mention that the game is not expensive. The game is only $40. It's literally a steal, and it's definitely a better deal than what you can get on other full-tail, really expensive retail price games. I'm just saying that off the bat. So, again, I am Anime Game Freak 89, over and out, see you on the bounce, peace out. Remember, gamer fans, no game is ever impossible. And I'm signing out. See ya! And see you all for my anime reviews coming up next. And also, my next video game reviews is going to be Fire Emblem Awakening for 3DS. And my retro games that kick ass stuff will be coming up. I'm thinking of a couple games I will be doing in that as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.